Hi, I'm Kat.
And I'm Sherry, and this is Life in Lewisburg.
That's right, your place for information about things to do over the weekend, persons of interest, and businesses.
And one of the things we want to talk about today is the United Way is still in their capital campaign, and we talked to Tina McDowell last week. We want to highlight one of the organizations of United Way.
That's right, and we met up with someone from the Listening Post, a Bucknell student who works there this week.
Now, what is the Listening Post and what do they do?
Well, it's interesting. The Listening Post has been around for nearly 30 years, and it's amazing that a lot of people don't know what
I've
it
never
is.
heard of it.
Well, probably because our kids are newer to school,
Right.
so we wouldn't know, but I think people whose kids have graduated probably do know. Anyway, it is a near-peer counseling organization. They call it near-peer because they're not truly peers, because peers would be students of their age. They're Bucknell students, so they're a little bit older, so they coined this term near-peer.
So like if I was a junior in high school, I could get a hot Bucknell guy to tutor me.
Well, it's not the tutoring.
I'm not going back to high school, but
Yeah.
I'm just thinking.
They do some homework help at the younger ages, but at the high school, and most of their work is just meeting with kids and talking, listening.
Great.
So that's why it's called Listening Post. So here is an interview where we met with one of the Bucknell students who works for them, and this is what she had to say.
The Listening Post is somewhere that the Lewisburg High School and middle school students can go just to talk. It's open for their free periods. It's kind of like the guidance office, but it's Bucknell students work there as near peers, and they can come in and talk to us just about day-to-day activities, or they can tell us, any problems that they might be experiencing, and we help them talk through it. We don't give advice, but we just help them process through the issues that they might be experiencing and give them an older student's perspective. I worked at the middle school Listening Post last fall. It was definitely a different experience from the high school because you do more structured activities, and there's a lot of, you read a prompt and the kids discuss what they got from it. So it's more things that are going on at home and a lot of the little catty fights between the girls. We do a lot of peer mediation at the middle school, but it's just amazing to see the difference. Some of the students can come back a couple weeks down the road and they tell us that they solved a fight for themselves using the techniques that we taught them. So that's really rewarding to see that. I think the most important thing about the Listening Post is that it's a safe space, and so many of these students just really need the opportunity to talk and just be listened to. At the end of the day, that's what they really want. They don't necessarily want advice. They don't want to hear about our experiences. They just really want to be listened to and know that they're not alone in what they're going through. Anybody can come down to the Listening Post, and what tends to happen is we'll get big groups of friends that come down together for the first time, because they're kind of feeling out what it's like. But after a while, people will start to come down on their own once we've developed that trust and rapport. So if I wanted my child to go to Listening Post, I would just encourage them to honestly say, are you aware that this resource is in your school? I probably wouldn't refer to it like that, but just say, hey, take your friends, go to the Listening Post. Get pizza. It's fun. It's just a really safe space for the kids to spend time without feeling any pressure, the judgment that they feel so often in high school.
Well, that was great, learning more about the Listening Post. We are so lucky to have that organization in our schools.
And the kids are lucky too. So thank you to the United Way in part for helping one of those organizations, which is the Listening Post. And that's just one of the organizations that they do help, but that's who we're highlighting at this time. And again, if you want to donate to the United Way, you can go to theunitedway.com and find out how to donate. It's not too late, so definitely it's worth it.
That's right, Union County United Way. Well, thanks, and we'll see you next week. We have lots more interviews lined up, so keep watching.
Thanks, bye.
Bye-bye.